Mark Clever and welcome to the Lastolite School of Photography. And here today we're talking about the baby poser. And guess what? We've got a baby with us. It'll help, of course. The baby poser has been a product that's been around for some time. It's used by many photographers and not known about by all the other photographers. So it's a kind of a secret we all keep because it's a kind of a system without paying them each day. It's broken down into basically three parts. It's just in a white cover. You can use these covers as you'll see me doing a shoot later on anyway. They all pretty much fit into each other to extend into making up a different shape. So for instance here I'm in the baby, so the newborn kind of look. If we spin it around for a minute and the baby could be propped up here and then looking towards camera position, you're in probably the 3 to 4, 5 month look. Then you can pretty much use it as a bit of an armchair kind of style here, just actually in the middle. This is also designed, if we pop that back in there for a second, you can also see how that's designed to just give the baby a little bit of prop in no matter what. We'll talk about this a little bit slower, a little bit kind of in depth when we bring little Ashton in, who's looking at me quite strange at this point. And then of course you're going to see me cheat because I often just stick that underneath there while the child is already in the kind of location, because I don't want to move him and actually reposition him. So it's quicker for me to just pop that underneath here. And then obviously the older the child gets, once they start to sit and they don't need the kind of positioning higher, we can lose the middle kind of piece and then they can sit between here, and we can either use it without the kind of extension or with it, just to give us like an armchair effect. But let's show it in practice. If Ashton starts to cry, we'll have to stop this kind of part of the demo, but let's just go through it from scratch. So the first part is, let's put it back as if he was a newborn. Ashton's close to 5 months old now, isn't he? Yeah, so that's the kind of thing. So we're going to go into the newborn position. Now this is cool whether I'm photographing from your camera angle, but a little bit lower, of course, across, or from above. I'm a big fan of photographing from above a child, giving lots of space, and you're going to see me using backgrounds and coloured gels and other materials as well, kind of thing with it. Colours there. Colours there. A little bit to you. It's cool just there. He's excited. He's like on batteries there. So that's our simple first shot with the baby poser being used as newborn. Becky, let's pick him up for me. Let's go into the kind of the 3 to 5 month kind of position. And all that's going to be is a simple turnaround. Hello again. A simple turnaround. It's a bit of a marathon for us, isn't it, Becky? We'll get there. We don't need to go to the gym following this. That's it, belly right up on the top. Bring his arms right underneath. It's important here just to try and get in as much as we can. Pick him up just a little bit higher for me. Stop eating the netting. And let's come out as soon as you can, Becky, please. She didn't go over the edge there. Hello. Hiya, matey. Excellent. Great little shots there, kind of thing. And one more minute. Ashton, hiya, hiya, pee-poo. Where's that smile? Where's that smile? I can see you. Yes, I can. Excellent. So that's our 3 to 5 month. He got a bit upset when we removed that inner before, so I'm not going to be doing that with him at all. So if you just pick him up again for me, Becky. And if you remember, get off my netting. Remember what I was on about? Originally I was going to do him where he kneels down in here, but he didn't like that the first time. I'm definitely not going to do it a second time around with him. This time now we're just going to bring the razor up. These have all got Velcro on them with straps, so if you need a little bit more security, especially if you've got a child that's throwing themselves around, that's the time to be using them. Otherwise, as I said, it's just picking that up just to actually disguise the shape. Let's pop him back on there for me, Becky, please. Because Mum's the one side, I'm just going to put the roller just onto the other side in case. He shouldn't do. Here we go. Drag him back again. Can you pull that whole thing back to you, Becky? Here we go. Hello. Can I borrow it? Who's this? Who's this? Hello, hello. And your hand out, please, Becky. Can you pick him up a little bit higher because he's slumped there? Let's put his arms just underneath his chest for me. Push down that tulle. Who's this? Who's this? Who's... There we go. We're there. Pee-poo. Who's this? Excellent there. Excellent. So that's our next little spot. Becky, pick him up for me. Bye! Slipping down. And the last part is going to be our kind of chair position. The last shot, baby. You've been very good today. Think about the money. Think about the money. Okay, and let's put him down into his little chair in there, please, Becky. Let him have a little sit. Oh, he said, I'm back. I'm Churchill. Let's bring him back a little bit. It's cool just there. Just do his vest me a little bit more at the front there. It looks like he's been through 10 rounds. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Peepoo! Peepoo! Hiya! Peepoo! I can see you. Boo! Excellent. Done. Okay, so we've had an introduction to the product, but let's now go and see in a real session with Ashton how we use it in the real and raw way. We're using a simple black background, which is floor to ceiling as such, plus across a train on the floor. And the train will also go over the baby poser, which hides it. Now, if you're a black and white photographer, a big fan of black and white photography like I am, it's perfect because obviously it just minimises, especially if the child doesn't have much on, top is bare or legs are bare, because it just focuses in on the flesh instead of getting distracted by the clothes. But we can go one step beyond that and we can just add some coloured materials on top of it to just change the whole look and the feel of the session as we go along. Some little gel on the background at times as well, some gel to spill onto the baby as well. It really depends on the kind of style of photography that you want to do, but the baby poser just makes it easy for me to work with kids, especially if you've got to have a busy day where perhaps you're going to do 6 to 10 kids during the course of a day. So let's have a look at the session. Hiya. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Peepoo. Where's he go? Let's go back to basics. Have you got a really dark top for him? Can you put the really dark grey one? Pick him up when you go, otherwise you'll think he's been left. Cool, let's go back to his belly again for me. Right up onto his belly. Right up high for me if you can. And Becky, if you can come to here for me, darling. Stay pretty close in case he rolls. You shouldn't do. And you can make him laugh and do whatever you want to do. Get closer, 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 closer. And again. There we go, there's the shot. 1 second. So it's cool, it's there. Peepoo! Can you just turn the bag just a little bit, rotate it? He'll move if you just turn the bag. That way. Yeah, other way. That way. That's it, wicked. And just cover over his nappy a little bit, or push him up a little bit higher to begin with. Bring his hands together just underneath his chest. Cool. Ashton! Peepoo! Hiya! Peepoo, big boy! Peepoo! Where's he gone? Ashton. Cool, turn that around a little bit. If you come over towards here again, please, Becky. That's cool, thank you. Quick test. Looking good. Can you just go around towards the light a little bit more, Becky, and call him to you? You can even come higher if you want, darling. Come higher. Hang on, I'm just going to raise him up just a little bit. If you hang on to him for a minute. If you hang on to him, just going to raise him up just a little bit. Cool again, it's gorgeous. Get him to you.
Who's that handsome boy?
Who's that? Oh. Who's that? Is that little star? Wow. Is that little star? Who's there? What's that? It's Mark's toy. Who's there? There we go. Are you pushing him? Don't push. Can you put him up to the top again? Step to the top. Hello, big boy. There we go. He's back. Peepoo! Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Put your hands back there, will you? Stick your hands back. A little bit of dribble there. Peepoo! Who's this? 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 Done. So how cool was that? Yeah, he didn't want to smile at the beginning of the day, even though he smiled at the end of the day. Typical child, you just can't guarantee the results. But how cool is that baby poser? It's a great little product by Lastolite. And I think if you're anything like I am, once you get hold of one, you'll never stop using it again with all your child photography. So I'm Mark Hogan for the Lastolite School of Photography, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.